on, man. Um, so talk about the Bucks. The Bucks has been and remains my funnest band. We get to play a lot in the Bucks, which is cool.
For me, it's the 3 degrees of separation. I play for Gary Newman. His dad was Jimmy C. Newman, who was a 50-plus year member of the Grand Ole Opry. Gary's babysitter when he was a kid for a while was Patsy Cline. His parents lived across the lake from Johnny and June Carter Cash in Henderson, Tennessee when he was growing up. I mean, he was in the thick of the heyday of country music.
I was fortunate enough to be a little boy in Nashville, and my mom and dad were invited to a party, and they were great songwriters, and there was these 2 young guys, young teenagers that were at the party, and they were just breaking out, having I forgot what their first hit was, but anyway, they said, Don and Phil, we'd like for you to see this song and check it out and see if you might like to record it, and sure enough they did, and it was a big hit for them. And I was just fortunate enough to watch the writers give the song to the artist, the Everly Brothers, and this is entitled Bye Bye Love. Sing along.
So the Bucks, might as well start at the beginning. So how we started was Jim and Walter and I were playing with a singer-songwriter in his band, and he decided to retire. Great guy, great talent, Kevin Saccani, but he decided to retire, and we wanted to keep playing. So we knew that to be successful here in Lafayette and in South Louisiana, we had to have a dance band. People have to dance down here. They go out to dance. So I grew up in the country music world. My dad was a member of the Grand Ole Opry, and I knew right off the bat several Merle Haggard songs and a lot of my dad's songs. So I told the guys, I said, well, look, we can possibly do a honky-tonk band, and the people around here will hopefully enjoy it and start dancing. So that's what we did. It was Jim and Walter and myself, and we started to put the band together. We knew that we had to have a bass player and possibly another guitar and keyboards. So, and definitely a steel guitar player. So I started looking around, and I called my favorite bass player in town is Cal Stevenson.
I'm Cal Stevenson, bass player in the Bucks. We got together, I guess, around 2018, and just honored to be asked by Gary. Just with his whole lineage and everything. It's really awesome. And it was really whenever Chris came in, everything kind of gelled. And it was just more of a cohesive unit at that point. Chris Stafford. when he came in, it kind of just sort of brought everything up to the next level. And it was just, such a great band, such a great feel. Everybody was just playing off each other. And after we really got into it, after COVID and, we kind of got back into it, everybody just settled in and just got tight. And the band felt really, really good. And Chris was just a big part of that. We had a blast playing. It was, I say was because I recently left the band in October of 2024, but we've had a lot of fun playing, and I'm just honored to be part of it. And when we got to the best version of the band, that's, we got Eric, Chris, Tommy, Jim, of course, Gary, and Walter as the main part of the band. That was the best. That was the best band. It was just everything went so smooth. We could play so well. We knew how to kind of read each other's minds for a while, and it was natural. I could almost just close my eyes and completely check out, and just kind of feel my way through the gig and not have to work so hard. I got to enjoy it, which is really rare when you find a gig that you can just sort of sit back and enjoy and not have to mentally tax yourself too hard to remember everything. But it felt really, really good.
Other really cool thing I wanted to mention was I felt that Chris and I had a really good interplay across the stage. So he was on one side and I was on the other side, and I do a lot of the traffic directing for the band, and so a lot of eye contact and things. And Chris, occasionally there was one song that was in I think the key of A, and with the pedal steel you do a lot with your feet and your knees. And there was one ride, so he starts playing and he takes his left hand off of the guitar, and he's just playing with just his right hand and his feet, and he starts looking at me across the stage, just laughing and cutting up. And it got to be a habit where every now and then during one of his rides, he would stop, take one hand away, and then he would just look at me and play the other with his feet. And that was always a special moment of the night. So a lot of fun.
Hey Eric, it's Uncle Tommy here. Haven't seen you in a while, brother. We miss you. While you're up there pursuing higher education, we're down here pursuing our next saloon gig. It's been a fun few years, as you know, I'm just a part-time guy with the Bucks. But it was fun watching you grow with a genre that I know was not your forte, and really not mine, and for quite a long time. But it was fun, and we'll call it a learning experience.
And we were rock and rolling, doing really well, playing around town, doing festivals. I guess my favorite gig was our last gig together, Festival International, this past spring, and had a good crowd. A lot of people hadn't heard us before, and we were really doing well. And then the tragic accident happened with Chris, and so we decided to take the summer off because Chris was gone, and then Eric had to go and do his thing up in Indiana. So we took the summer off, and now we're back playing again. With Lane is back on board with us on steel guitar, and Eric, as far as the keys are concerned, we still haven't got anybody to take your place regularly. Let's say that we're being kind of particular about who can fill your shoes. But anyway, thanks for thinking about us and doing this project, Eric. We miss you. We look forward to seeing you again. We look forward to you playing with us again, and we hope that you're doing well, and all the best to you. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to tell you a little bit about our band. Cheers.
Good luck, brother.
Slowly fading out of sight. That's for you, Steve.